Hello and welcome back once again to the 5th episode of the podcast. I'm your host, your only host. I won't say my name because who knows, the government might be listening. Oh, welcome back everyone. 5th episode, milestone, woo, confetti. But anyway, welcome back. Thank you for listening in. Today, like I said in the last episode, we're going to be talking about human nature. What we are, who we are, why we're here, simple, philosophical kind of stuff. Because let's get into it. It's going to be fun. Also, I can't wait to tell you that I am starting another podcast. This one's not going to be as dramatic as, super philosophical. It's going to be more of a lighthearted kind of fun type podcast. It'll be posted on this channel, but it'll be under a different name, so look out for that when it starts coming around. It's going to be fun, and I hope you all enjoy it once it comes out. But anyway, that was my self-plug-in for the day. That's the only one I have, so let's get into it. Humans are strange. We are different from anything on the planet. There is no other species like us. We are different and special in our own unique ways. We are the human race, and the human race has survived over many millennia, many millennia. And it is safe to say that we weren't the smartest, but as in Darwin's law, we came to be one of the smarter animals and mammals. And we've risen through the ranks up to human, kind of, oh my god, we're top of the food chain. But are we really? We may be the smartest, we may be the kind of more advanced, we can use our fingers, we have nerves, we have toes, we have feet, we have joints, muscles, different things that make us different from other animals because we evolved in a different way. And if you are one of those people who believes in God and God created everyone, kind of thing, well, you might be in the wrong place. For this episode, at least. I'm not shunning you away. I'm just saying that it may be more, wise if you didn't listen to this, because I don't want to taint your beliefs with anything that I have to say. But you've been warned, so I'm giving you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. Now we're getting back to the episode. So, we were at one point not even alive. We weren't even the first things on Earth. We were just specks in the universe that slowly came in and took over, because we're humans. We are run by desire for power, money, capitalism, communism, kind of thing. And, some of us are pretty bad. Not gonna lie, there's a few humans out there that I wouldn't invite to, like, a kid's birthday party. But, there are still good people out there, and, we've all survived through our own ways, our own means, but there are things that we can't really stop if it came to, us against them, like the universe. We can't fight against the universe because the universe will kick our ass, and we can't, beat up the universe, but the universe can sure beat the heck out of us, and it does on a regular basis. But, there's things that we don't know about. We've only explored something about, 0.2%, kind of thing. It's not a lot, but we've explored. We haven't explored much because it takes a really long time to get anywhere. But back to humans' nature. We like to explore. We like to advance. We like to think we're the superior species, but in all honesty, I don't think we are. At least in my opinion. I feel like there are more species of animals that I've gotten along longer over just sitting around and not doing anything, and not saying that we need to sit around and do nothing, but I feel that if we took a closer look into how these species survived all these years, like crocodiles, crayfish, we could learn a few things about what's gone on in their lives, what their chemistry is made up of, their biology, everything. And I feel like that we could grow a little bit as a species if we, came to look at that. But that's just for advancing. I feel like advancing as a species isn't it is pretty big. It's something that we all kind of do, even if we don't look at it, but we all advance in different ways. some people advance faster, some slower. It's all the development of our brain, because our brain is the control center. Command 1, it's where everything starts. Oh, I want to reach out and grab something. Well, my brain has got to tell the nerves, and my nerves have got to tell my muscles and my bones and my arm until, hey, look, I'm reaching out and grabbing for a cup of something. And that's fine. It's just our brain is the central station. It is like the train station at a town, and not everyone gets to leave. And I feel like the brain has been a very key type of thing in the future for this, because the brain is what holds us all together. It's what has been driving us. It helps, it helps us, what's the word? Let's see, what's the word? Take in. The word's take in. It helps us take in information, and it helps us retain the information, and it helps us do whatever we want with that information that we hold. And some people's brains take it differently than other people's, like serial killers. They were raised a certain way. They might have had some tragic backstory, but their brains were all the same at one point. I mean, when you're a baby, you don't have anything that can really influence you because you're a child and you're just like, oh my god, there's a stick. But as you get older and as you grow as a human being, your brain starts to change and, taint who you are in a good or bad way. And I like to talk about the nurture versus nature effect of humans, because it's a little bit of both. It is the nature of your brain and who you are, and it's also how you were raised. Like, if your parents were rich and they had a lot of money and you didn't have to deal with not having to put food on the table, you're going to think differently than someone who had to struggle and fight for the food they wanted. And it's kind of like that in a way with humans, because we're constantly developing, but we're taking from other things, making us kind of like the bad guys in this situation. Global warming, climate change, it's all a thing, it's all happening, and it's all because of us. Our want and desire for power and, money, because money is paper, or actually, it's a 25% cotton blend, but whatever. Same thing. Humans are kind of strange, in my opinion. I feel that as a human myself, I don't quite fully understand exactly who I am, what I'm doing, where I'm going, and that's just kind of how I decide to live. I go with it, and a lot of people do. A lot of people just kind of go with it and flow with it, and it doesn't matter to them what happens in the world. They're just living their life as they'd like to live it. And I say, go you guys. You guys do your thing. You guys are making the world a little bit better every day. But some of us in power or in higher standings than other people like to, take control and be control freaks, but that doesn't make them bad people. It's just, hey, if you have more power, I can be a bigger person, and, that's just how I was raised. If I'm the bigger person, then you have to listen to me. If you don't listen to me, I get to tell you what to do, and if you still don't listen, well, you get punished or whatever, And I feel like that kind of philosophy is wrong, but it's just kind of what happens. We grow up as kids, we're taught to share, and we're taught to, do like, be nice to people, don't hurt yourselves, share with your friends, and invite people over, tell them that you care. That's kind of crap sometimes, because a lot of kids don't like to share. A lot of kids don't like to invite friends over, and that kind of, hurts them. And I understand where parents are coming from, because this is a good skill to have, waking up in the morning every morning knowing that you have someone is awesome, because if you don't, well, kiss your body goodbye. You're not going to make it very far. And human evolution is a strange thing, and as we get older, or we shrink in size or we grow in size depending on how old you are, and it changes your kind of demeanor and how you see things, because if you were a really short kid, you're like, oh, everyone pushed me around, everyone did this, everyone did that. But if you grow up and you were like 6'3", people are going to treat you different because you're taller and you're bigger than other people. And if you look down at them, they're going to see you as a higher person of power. And that kind of ties back to what I talked to at the beginning. Our human race is devised of advancing in power, our hunger for power. If we didn't hunger for power, I'm pretty sure that we wouldn't really have had two wars. Two big wars that killed a bunch of people. If we saw everyone, the same or kind of, well, not the same, because that's just kind of insensitive, but if we saw that power isn't everything, I'm sure this world would be a better place. If we could all come together as a world and focus our efforts on one thing, I am positive that this world would be a better place, because a lot of people don't like to work with other people, and that's not their fault. It's not their parents' fault, it's just kind of like, how are we created as humans? We're conceived through different worlds, and our brains kind of function differently, and everything is so strange, and we'll never truly understand human brains and what goes on in them, but it's still nice to think about it some way. But humans are just really, really power hungry. A lot of people are power hungry, and that's just how they were raised, or like how they grew up and saw things, and it's not anything wrong. It's their brain telling them, hey, this is really cool, and people got what they wanted doing this. I'm going to do that and get exactly what I wanted. And I feel like that's not a teacher's fault. It's not a parent's fault. It's kind of the brain's fault, because your brain is picking what you want. You don't really have control. Your brain is what's controlling you. And, the nerves in your body are helping your brain continue that. You're just a fleshy monster that's walking around with a brain inside. You're like the armor to the brain, is what you are. And that's just how it goes. And there's nothing really that you can do about it, unless, you are your brain. Let's leave it at that. Right now, let's leave it at that. But we're going to take a quick little break. I'd say about, for you guys, a few seconds. So just sit back, enjoy some cool jams, and we will be right back. That was some good jives, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, here we are, back again. I hope you enjoyed your little music break. I'm gonna start incorporating those. Oh, hello. I'm gonna start incorporating those into the videos more often, just to give yourselves a little brain break from everything I'm throwing at you. But we are back once again. Hello. We're talking about brains at the moment and how your brain is you and you are your brain, and and we're just fleshy armor goblins doing whatever we want. We're like, yeah, I'm a goblin, Anyway, back to my main point. Your brain kind of holds you. You are your brain, you can't really get away from your brain. It's inside your body, and it's what helps you process and take in thoughts and retain information. And, it's not your fault if your brain decides, hey, let's be a power-hungry asshole. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, look at what those people have done to our world right now. And think about it in, the states of, oh my god, our world is actually dying. Our atmosphere is going away, and there's nothing we can really do about it. I'm not trying to get political or anything, but thanks to human evolution and our hunger for power and money and our thought process of advancing, we have successfully started killing this planet that we live on, and we, who knows if we can even get it back to what it was like 30 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 days ago, because every day we're hurting the planet more and more. Sorry. So if you just think about it and you listen, question yourself. If someone says something that doesn't sound right to you, make a statement. Say, hey, if someone's being a power-hungry, kind of person, and they are telling you things that you don't think is going to help our environment or help people, tell them. Say, hey, buddy, if you want to put up 8 different oil areas, that's not good for our environment. You're taking all this oil out of the ground, and you're taking away natural resources, and, that's not good. And it wasn't, it's all about human nature and how, people decide to be. And I'm not going to say, hey, all these people are bad. Everyone who's been an asshole is bad. I'm not going to say that. What I'm just simply trying to get across is that, you can't control other people no matter how hard you try. You may convince them that, hey, my ideas are really good. We should try and put them out there. But in the end, only I'd say 5% of people are going to listen to you and do what you say. I mean, look at our current, kind of riot, protest type things. These people believe in this, but when it comes to action, what are people actually going to do? I mean, there's not much that's going to happen, because it doesn't matter how many people you have marching with you. If you don't have a connection to the government or you don't have a connection to anyone in high power, you're not going to go anywhere with it. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's true. Think about it. The people who were, let's take, someone who, a few weeks ago, there was a group of people marching in downtown Portland who were against, they were for, Parkinson's, or they were, for some kind of mental health kind of disorder. And there was 8 people out there, tops. And these people they're trying to get out, their hearts are in the right place. I'm not going to lie to you, their hearts are great in what they're trying to do, but they just can't do it. And I'm sad to say this, but, if those people just walking around marching saying, Parkinson's needs help, we need people to start looking into this, it's not going to do anything if you don't know someone of higher power. And unless you can get them on board, you're kind of on your own. So I'm sorry to say, but, you're not going to go anywhere. And I know it's not going to go anywhere because you see protests all the time, but half those protests don't even go anywhere. I mean, there was the teacher kind of walkout or walk-in kind of thing in schools all around the Western area, all around the globe, or all around America, who were walking out and they were saying, we demand more money for schools. And I give them props. They did a really good job fighting for what they believe in, but who's going to listen to them? Unless they know someone of higher power who can get them what they want, there's not going to be anything that's going to really help them. And I am a high school student. I know that it's horrible to say this, that it's not going to go anywhere. But if you think about it logically, if any of those teachers knew anyone important or anyone who could help them, this wouldn't be a problem because it would be taken care of and it would already be in the hands of, the judicial system or whatever system we want to use for it. But it's not going to do anything if you don't know who to talk to. And it's just kind of sad that this is a thing, but it's just life, and we kind of got to live with that for a while until, oh my God, someone's coming around, they're going to save us, they're going to help us, they're going to start something, but when will it actually start? So, viewers, I leave you with this simple question. It's, do you think, and feel free to respond in the comments below, talk about it with your friends, your family, but think about it. Do, people actually... never mind. I'm going to phrase it this way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do a question this way. So, I want to ask you viewers on a personal level, do you think that a nature of a human being is devised by how they were raised or what they're taught? And I want you to think about that, and I want you to respond in the comments. I want you to message me. I want you to do anything you can. And I want you to start a discussion about this. And I also want you to think about, hey, do I know anyone important in the world that personally I can get in touch with and, change something? Can I go help fund money for students and teachers? Can I go help the people for Parkinson's awareness? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I be a better person? And I want you to ask yourself that. I want you to look yourself in the mirror, look yourself in the eyes and say, what can I do to help? And then I want you to go and do it. Because I feel like if one person does that, then maybe we can all get along better as a human species. And we can advance further, and we don't have to kill our planet. We don't have to put people down. We don't have to fight. And maybe at one point we might even have a little bit of peace in the world. But who knows? But anyway, viewers, I have been your host. Thank you for listening to me ramble once more. Get off your phone, get out of the bathroom, don't text and drive, look out for the cactus, and go pet your cat for me. I've been your host. Thank you, and good night.